Welcome students. I am Professor Sanyukta. Welcome everyone to my risk management lecture series 9. Today we are going to cover operational risk, the meaning of operational risk, different types of operational risk and its identifications, drivers of operational risk, what do you mean by the term drivers of operational risk and what are those drivers, and the different labels of operational risk management. Usually there are three labels. We'll see uh, what are those three levels of operational risk management. Now let's move on to our next first topic, that is meaning of operational risk. Operational risk summarizes the risk a company undertakes when it attempts to operate within a given field or industry. This means whenever a business decides to start its operation, at that time, at that point of instance of time, it is say that operational risk is there. So, operational risk exposure is there. Now, this is the risk not inherent in financial, systematic, or market-wide risk. It is the risk remaining after determining financing and systematic risk, and includes risk resulting from breakdowns in internal procedures, people, systems, etc. Types of operational risk and its identification. Now, first type we can say it is internal operational risk, that is risk of a change in value caused by the fact that actual losses incurred for inadequate or failed internal processes, people and systems. In other words, and in simple terms you can see, internal operational risk is due to the failure of uh, you know internal processes or systems or related to people. So internal factors. Second one is external operational risk. This is risk of a change in value caused by the fact that actual losses incurred from external events. So first one is due to the internal events or internal processes, and the external one is due to the external events such as change in government policy, you can say theft of information from the organization, confidential information, then hacking, damage, third party theft is there, and fraudulently, etc. So both combination of the internal operational risk as well as the external operational risk gives us the operational risk. As a first step, the firms should identify the relevant operational risks that are inherent in their activities, process, products, and systems. So the first step is just to identify what are the different operational risks that are involved. Different techniques are how to identify those operational risks. First, yeah, what that is observe all processes and then you create a list of potential risk sources. This can be done. Second method is comparative analysis. That means when we are comparing our organization or our business with a similar business within the same sector or the industry, we can compare those firms with ours. This is comparative analysis. After comparing the same kind of business activities that are involved in other organization, we can list potential risk sources. This is scenario analysis. Scenario analysis means when we are creating a list of potential risk, keeping in view the present scenario and different scenarios, that is different business conditions, different economic conditions. What can be the potential risk? Next method can be external data collection. We can collect data from others also, that what can be the potential risk that is associated with a particular business. This can also be done, or data collection from experts, we can do this. Let's move on to the next topic, that is drivers of operational risk. Principal drivers of operational risk, they vary from one sector to another, and they depend primarily on the key factors of internal operations and external factors of business specific to each sector and industry. So drivers in general are those factors that drive to the operational risk. So yes, different factors are involved, different ways of productions are there for different sectors, that may also vary from one firm to other. One firm using a particular technology which other firm may not use. One firm may use different types of tools and techniques. One firm may use some skilled laborers, unskilled laborers, and all these factors vary from one business to another, as well as they vary within a sector, and they vary from one sector to another as well. So we cannot say that there are a particular set of drivers. They vary from one sector to another, as well as they vary from one business to another. Now we move on to the next topic, that is different levels of operational risk management. First level is level 1. We'll have a look at first level of risk operation, that is level 1. Level 1 is in-depth. In this in-depth risk management, it is used before a project is implemented. That is when there is plenty of time to plan and prepare. So before starting a project, in-depth risk management is done. Examples of in-depth methods, we can say that training can be given to the different employees or the personnel who are going to be employed in a particular project. So through proper training, risk management can be eliminated. Drafting instructions, the proper instructions can be given to the personnel or the employees to avoid certain conditions, certain kind of risk that they may face, and different requirements also, and acquiring personal protective equipments. Different personal protective equipment can also be acquired by the company in order to manage risk. Now level 2, that is deliberate. So first level is in-depth and second is deliberate. Deliberate risk management is used as routine periods through the implementation of a project or process. So now comes the stage when the project has started, and when we do some kind of risk management at routine periods from time to time during the implementation process, we say that there is deliberate risk management. Examples include quality assurance, on the job training, safety briefs. Safety briefs are the safety instructions that are given within the implementation of the project. As we move forward to one process to another process, whatever safety requirements are there, they are stated uh, from the company's level to the employees and personnel. When performance reviews are done, safety checks are given whether those safety measurements have been taken or not. So all this forms a part of the level 2, that is deliberate. Our next level is time critical. Time critical is used during operational exercises or execution of tasks. It is defined as the effective use of all available resources by individuals, crews, and teams to safely and effectively accomplish the mission or task using risk management concepts when time and resources are limited. Examples we can say of tools that is used includes execution checklist and change management. This requires a high degree of situational awareness. So this time critical is actually done during the operational exercises or during the time when the actual tasks are executed. Here it is actually defined as the effective use of all available resources to safely and effectively accomplish the mission or task using different risk management concepts and different tools, different ways, different principles. That is called the time crucial. Other levels of operational risk management, other than those three levels, there are also other levels of operational risk management. The first one is strategic, that is operational risk management at the strategic level is related to the vision of the business, the expansion planned over the next 5 to 10 years, the product positioning, the market study, that is strategic planning, the level of risk management that is involved, the risk management process that is involved in the strategic planning of any organization, that is in the level of that. Now, tactical operational risk management. What is it? Tactical operational risk management, it focuses on loss avoidance, big or small, and risk mitigation techniques. Tactical operational is small duration for small time within 1 year. Strategic level is over the next 5 to 10 years. Tactical is for the next coming 1 year. Dynamic risk management goes one step further. This is like targeting operational efficiency and this for day-to-day process. Day-to-day we are taking risk management procedures that is dynamic one. So that's all for today's session. Let's have a look at the topics to be covered in our next label. That is next lecture. Operational risk management process. We'll have a look at that. Operational risk management strategy and principles. Firm-wide risk management. What do you mean by the term firm-wide risk management? And integrated risk management. Meaning and the different advantages of integrated risk management. That we'll have a look. So here we end our session of today. Thanks a lot to all my viewers and students. Thank you for your support. Uh, let's meet in the next lecture. So that's all. Thank you.